ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। This is third video on Atma Vidya or Brahma Vidya or knowledge of the self as described in the Brihadarnayaka Upanishad. So I start the third video. In this creation, things are grouped in five, such as the five senses, the five bodies, five pranas, etc. All rest in the immortal self. When one knows that self as Brahma, he realizes I am immortal. I am simply going to give much of the rest of this section without comment because by now I am sure you got the idea, which has been repeated in so many various and wise ways. And yet I hope you feel like Arjuna when he told Krishna, explain to me further in detail your powers and manifestations. I am never satiated with hearing your Amrita-like words. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, stanza number 18. They who know the life of life, the eyes of the eye, the ear of the ear, and the mind of the mind, they have realized the ancient primordial Brahma. Only by the mind is it to be perceived. In it there is no diversity. He goes from death to death, who sees in it as it were diversity. This indemonstrable and constant being can be realized as one only. The self is taintless, beyond space, unborn, great and constant. Let a wise Brahma, after knowing him alone, practice the means to wisdom. Let him not reflect on many words, for that is mere weariness of speech. Verily, he is the great unborn self. Who is this person consisting of knowledge among the senses? In the space within the heart lies the controller of all, the Lord of all, the ruler of all. He does not become greater by good works, nor smaller by evil works. He is the bridge that serves as the boundary to keep the different worlds apart. Him the Brahmanas seek to know by the study of the Veda, by sacrifices, by gifts, by penance, by fasting. On knowing him in truth, one becomes an ascetic. Desiring him only as their words, monks wander forth. Verily, because they know this, the ancient sages did not wish for offspring. What shall we do with offspring? They said, we who have attained this self, this world. They, having risen above the desire for sons, the desire for wealth, the desire for words, led the life of a mendicant, for the desire for son is the desire for wealth, and the desire for wealth is the desire for words. Both these are indeed desires only. The self is that which has been described as not this, not this. He is incomprehensible. He is never comprehended. He is indestructible, for he cannot be destroyed. He is unattached, for he does not attach himself. He is unfettered. He doesn't suffer. He is not injured. Him who knows this, these two thoughts do not overcome. For some reason he has done evil, or for some reason he has done good. He overcomes both. What he has done or what he has not done does not affect him. This very doctrine has been expressed in the hymen. This eternal greatness of the knower of Brahma is not increased by work nor diminished. One should know the nature of that alone. Having found that one is not tainted by evil action, therefore, he who knows it as such, having become calm, self-controlled, withdrawn, patient, and collected, sees the self in his own self, sees all in the self. Evil does not overcome him, he overcomes all evil. Evil does not burn, affect him, he burns, consumes all evil. Free from evil, free from taint, free from doubt, he becomes a knower of Brahma. This is the world of Brahma. This is that great unborn self who is undecaying, undying, immortal, fearless Brahma. Verily, Brahma is fearless. He who knows this becomes the fearless Brahma. In the space, Akasa, within the heart lies. The ultimate self of all is a Brahma that dwells in each sentient being. It can be said of each of them what St. Paul said about Jesus. In him dwells all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Colossians, he would also have said it about anyone who attained perfect realization. For St. Paul very plainly stated, he who is joined to the Lord is one spirit with him. Apparently, the state church editors missed that in their revision of the Bible. The difference between Jesus and any master and other sentient beings is that he knew the indweller and they did not. The self is surrounded by the senses like someone in a theater and has a 360-degree screen. All of us really are in the picture, and that is most of our problem. He is the intellect of the intellect. Every faculty, every quality we possess is derived from the self and has its primal archetype in Brahma. This is because everything exists within Brahma as an eternal potential. The controller of all, the Lord of all, the ruler of all. This is extremely important. The Upanishads continually remind us that Brahma is transcendent and beyond all qualities or conception. Yet here we see that Brahma has an intimate relation with all creation, is in contact with all things and controls all things. Brahma is also Ishvara, the Lord. So it is an error to try to push Brahma completely out of the picture and exile it to a void that is antithetical to all we presently know or are. Brahma is indeed both this and that. In a short while, we will be examining a verse that sums this up quite well. He does not become greater by good works nor smaller by evil works. Brahma never acts, as both the Upanishads and Gita insist. So what does this mean? It means that the actions of sentient beings in no way change the self, nor do they increase or decrease the presence of the self. However, good actions do help us to perceive the self as present, and evil actions dim our mental vision and cause us to lose awareness of the self. Because of that, we may think that the self is affected and drawn closer or pushed away. But we will be wrong. Reality is untouched and unaffected by our delusions and illusions. Our gratitude for this wisdom should be wholehearted. Who can calculate the lives we have passed struggling to comprehend the truth of things before at last these great truths have come into the sphere of our life and become known to us? May we hasten to the realization of these eternal truths. The simultaneous, immanent, and transcendent nature of Brahma and the self is not easy to grasp, but the first half of the following verse from the next section of the Upanishad is very helpful. That is full, Purana. This is full. From fullness, fullness proceeds. If we take away the fullness of fullness, even only fullness then remains. The word translated full is Purana, which means both full and complete, the totality of something. In this verse, it means the totality of being Brahma. So it tells us that the transcendent Nirguna Brahma is the total reality, but so is the immanent Saguna Brahma. The unmanifest is all that is, and so is the manifest. The immanent is an emanation from the transcendent. If we confine our awareness to the immanent, we will find it to be the totality of being. If we turn to the transcendent and intellectually negate the immanent, we will perceive that the transcendent is all. How is this? Because they are one and the same. Further, Brahma cannot be labeled or described, so even the words immanent and transcendent cannot be absolutely applied to it. The threefold offspring of Prajapati, gods, man, and demons, asuras, lived with their father Prajapati as students of sacred knowledge. Having completed their studentship, the gods said, "Please tell, instruct us, sir." To them then he uttered the syllable "da" and asked, "Have you understood?" They said, "We have understood. You said to us, Damyata, control yourselves." He said, "Yes, you have understood." Then the man said to him, "Please tell, instruct us, sir." To them he uttered the same syllable "da" and asked, "Have you understood?" They said, "We have understood. You said to us, give." He said, "Yes, you have understood." Then the demons said to him, "Please tell, instruct us, sir." To them he uttered the same syllable "da" and asked, "Have you understood?" They said, "We have understood. You said to us, Dayadhvam, be compassionate." He said, "Yes, you have understood." This very thing the heavenly voice of thunder repeats, "Da, da, da," that is, control yourselves, give, be compassionate. One should practice this same tried self-control, giving and compassion. Gods, man and asuras make up our present human nature. The gods are the parts of us that are superior to the normal human condition. They have arisen as we have begun to evolve to the point where we can take the next step up on the evolutionary ladder. Man are our human traits, and the asuras are their negative distortions, as well as the animal traits that we have brought along with us in our evolutionary journey through pre-human forms. Consequently, The advice to be self-controlled, charitable, and compassionate applies to us, and its following will ensure our continued evolution. And so ends the wisdom part of the Brihadarnayaka Upanishad. The rest of the Upanishad is a collection of cosmological, philosophical, and ritualistic snippets, so I need not comment on them. So here ends this video. Please like, comment and share the video. Subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot. Namaskar, my dear friends. Thank you.